So this was a project that AFIDA has with Indonesian unions to uh, work with unions on education and training around just transition for the to meet the challenge of climate change and to help workers and unions transitioning away from fossil fuel industries in particular, but also to talk with workers and unions in other industries about the importance of taking action on climate change and the importance of unions taking a leadership role in dealing with climate change, because climate change affects all workers and all industries in varying degrees. But in a country like Indonesia, which is very vulnerable to climate change, then it will affect all workers. And it's really important for unions to have a leadership role in ensuring that workers are at the centre of any discussions and policies to deal with climate change and to reduce emissions, and also to cope with the inevitable effects now of climate change. The combination of heat and humidity is much more problematic in Indonesia. It's called the wet bulb temperature, and you only need slight increases in that to mean that you actually can't work outdoors without putting your health or a life at risk. Indonesia is already exposed to large numbers of disasters like floods, fires as well, and these are exacerbated by climate change. So in some ways, the risks for workers are quite similar between Australia and Indonesia. Both countries are quite vulnerable to extreme weather and so-called natural disasters, which are exacerbated by climate change. But the risks for workers in Indonesia are probably more substantial because many workers are already on the edge of poverty. Even if they've got jobs, they're often not secure work, and often the wages are not good. So people don't have a big buffer of savings or anything like that that they can fall back on if they're put out of work by climate disasters.